Axial's Capra UTB18 was released back in about October of 2022, and when it was announced, there was a lot of people talking about two specific things. One was it looked kind of toyish, and the other thing was it wasn't really 18 scale. It was just way too big. Well, when these things finally made it to hobby shop shelves and people started driving them, all those worries went away because this thing is an absolute blast. And my rig, this one here, it has remained relatively stock. I've made a few changes to it and I have another that I went absolutely wild with, but it's just a great size vehicle. The AX24, that's a lot of fun for indoor type of stuff. And then the UTB18 is great for like backyard stuff and some trail action. And then the Capra 4-wheel steer, that's just awesome for all types of trail and rock fun. And now we're into 2024. And from what we're seeing, Axial is giving their rigs a little bit of a refresh. And next up on the list is the UTB18. Let's start off with the basics just for any of our new RC friends that are joining us. This is a 1/18 scale off-road electric 4x4 trail buggy. Comes out of the box just like this. It's available in two different liveries. The black paint scheme with the Axial logos on it. And then they have a licensed Fox version as well with orange and black body panels, orange accents on the beadlock part of the rims, and it's a good looking buggy. Either one you get, it comes with everything that you see here. Everything will get you up and running. You don't need anything else. So we'll start over here with the radio system. It has the SLT2 radio. It's a 2.4 gigahertz radio. They give you AA batteries with that. Instruction manual, some additional paperwork. Looks like we've got some additional wheel hexes here. A servo horn insert. This is your bind plug. This is an adapter plug. And then you've got some basic tools. Now onto the battery and charger that they give you. This is one of the changes for 2024. They basically gave this a Spectrum refresh. And so this is one of the refresh items, the Spectrum Smart Battery Pack. And it's actually a 650 milliamp pack, not the 810 pack that I'm showing here. This is the optional battery pack for it. Axial was nice enough to air freight in this kit for me to show you guys. And when they do that, they can't send a LiPo battery in it. And I don't have a 650 to show you, just this 810 option. So just want to clarify why you're seeing it, but it's got to look very similar to this. Then they give you a USB-C charger. You could plug this into a high-powered USB-C port, or they even gave you the USB port, and it plugs right into that IC2 connector. So that's one of the changes. Now let's take a look at the buggy itself. The Capra UTB18 is modeled after a real trail buggy, and this RC version has a molded plastic cage to act as the frame. Really rigid structure, has Lexan body panels to it. The roof panels are also Lexan, and the hood actually pops up in the front, and that is how you access the battery pack. Inside you got a molded Lexan dashboard and driver figures. The driver head is separate, same with the passenger as well. So you can take those off and paint them up. The cage is fitted with a light bar on the roof, rock lights in the front, and headlights. All the LEDs will light up as soon as you turn on the rig. Now on all four corners, you're gonna see Nitto Trail Grappler tires. These are licensed. Nice soft tire, and they're glued to these method style wheels with a painted beadlock ring. For the Fox version, that will be in orange. Now the buggy itself has portal axles. They have the Curry logo on it, metal gears on the inside, ball bearings, and then it's got CVs in the front that go out to the portal hubs. There's metal gears inside the portal hubs and similar setup in the rear, just straight shafts, but you got all the metal gears and bearings in there as well. The center drive shafts are the wild bore style, and those go up to the transmission mounted in the center. Still has the plastic gears on the inside, and then bolted to the transmission is a Dynamite 380 size motor. You're still gonna find the Spectrum S651 servo mounted to the front axle. This is a standard size servo, which a lot of people like. The only other change that they made to this is the speed controller itself. The part number just varies slightly. It's a 2725 RX designation on the 2-in-1 unit that's in here for the speed controller receiver combo. The previous version was part number 2525. And the only difference I could tell between the two is the connector. So they've got the IC2 smart connector on here, and that's the difference that I found, guys. Suspension wise, there's oil filled shocks, nice and smooth from the factory, metal links on the bottom with composite upper links, 4-link suspension set up front and rear. Love how the bottom of the chassis is boat side. It helps sliding over rocks much easier. That's your update for 2024. Was just a switch over to the charger and battery from Spectrum, and then the revision to the speed controller itself. So if you're going to the hobby shop and you want to make sure that you're getting the latest version, those are the things you need to look out for. All right, right, let's head out to the trail and just have some stock fun with the UTB18. Here I am, guys, back in the spot where I tested the original UTB18. As you can see, there's a lot of snow in the background, and this is the only spot here where I could drive this thing on some rocks and some mud, actually. So just gonna have some fun with it. First up, guys, love the suspension travel on this trail buggy. It just works over all of these rocks. Look at that, soaking everything up, keeping that frame as level as possible. Look at that, didn't go over there. So good. So there's a lot of mud here and the tires are loaded up with dirt, but it seems to be doing pretty well over some of the obstacles. I know the original buggy did a little bit better with, but considering the conditions, the thing's working well. Drag brake is good for ready to run. Look at that, just holding, a little run, slide right down. Guys, I must have spent like 10 minutes over here before just running through these tree roots. With the clearance of the axle, you could just kind of straddle some of the root and glide over it. Let that wheel catch, just kind of glide it right along, and there we go. Awesome. Up over here, let's slide down. Look at that. This thing's planted. Now remember, this is a brush motor system on 2S. There's top speed. Look at that, this thing blasts through everything. Let's check the brake again. Nice slow drop. Love it. So as I mentioned before, I've got 2 other modified Capras, and you know what? Sometimes just going back to the basics and just using your driving skill to navigate through everything with a stock rig just makes it challenging and fun. And this rig, I mean, it's really capable. Yeah. Gonna try to wrap this one up quick since we've seen this buggy here on the channel before. There's really no performance changes to it, just some updates to the electronics, and it's still a really fun, capable buggy. It was then, it is now. Love that this thing has portable axles, some metal links, oil-filled shocks. It's just really fun to drive. Anybody getting into the hobby looking for a fun trail style buggy to go over rocks and through mud and over debris, whether it's in your backyard or out on a trail, this is a great small scale rig to get into. It's not the smallest thing you get, it's not the largest thing, it is well sized, and I think a lot of people are really enjoying this platform. If you're into the hobby and you're looking for something new to build, this is a great platform. If you already have one, do you need this one? No, not unless you're building up another project, but I think anybody that's looking to get into something like this, they're really gonna enjoy it. They're easy to get up and running if you're new to the hobby, and they're pretty durable as well. I don't think I've actually broken anything on the other 2 that I've built up so far. The only thing I'd say to watch out for is if you're side hilling it, watch your angles, because with these tall tires, they unleash on you and it'll roll over. But again, cool to see Axial just updating their stuff to help out the new guys coming into the hobby. You know, you can use Spectrum chargers with this setup now, beyond the USB-C charger that they give you. So if you get more battery packs in, you get that 810 pack that I showed you the option for more runtime. You know, you can get one of their optional chargers to charge that up, and it'll all work together.